If God knows, it's the number one question right now, if God knows what we are going to do and what all future generations are going to do, does this essentially make free will an illusion? All right, great question. Great question. I'm a football fan, and so here we go. I'll be a little bit. You guys are my friends, so I'll be a little transparent with you guys. I'm actually a pro wrestling fan as well. I don't know if you guys know, but WrestleMania is tonight. All right, and so with WrestleMania, I'm recording it. I'm recording that bad boy right now. All right, but no, really, the Final Four is going on yesterday. I didn't watch the game. I didn't watch the Final Four, but it was recorded for me. And then when I actually decided to watch it, I was able to watch it. The question is this: because and mind you, I asked my wife, "Hey, what's the score of the game?" Right? And she told me, "Oh, Virginia won by 1 point." Mind you, I already knew the outcome of the game. The question is, even though I knew the outcome of the game, did the players on the court, were they using their free will? Absolutely, they were. Right? Just because I know, it doesn't necessitate that we don't have free will, okay? So we have to understand that God exists outside of time, okay? Just like I'm in another time zone, I'm in another realm of time from the game that was recorded. God exists outside of time, and indeed, he knows the future, what all the decisions we make. I'm going to go a little bit philosophical on you. So theologians use this term. They say that, basically it says that God knows all counterfactuals. So God knows what we do in such and such situation, given the circumstances. God would know, right? And this is not foreign to us, right? If I know my friend Rachel, she's here. I know she works out a lot, sometimes not as much. But I know when she's on a good health kick, right? And I say, hey, Rachel, where do you want to go eat? McDonald's or Chipotle, right? I have a pretty good idea that she's probably going to say Chipotle because I understand the circumstances around it. So God would know, not far beyond that. That was a very rudimentary example, but God would know every single way we would act in every single situation. And he's thus so ordained this universe to bring the most people to him as possible while losing the least. Right? And the Bible is very clear about God wanting everyone to be saved. So just because God knows the beginning from the end, it doesn't mean we don't have free will. As a matter of fact, here's the killer to this, not the killer to the question, but here's the thing. We cannot deny our free will, because in order to deny our free will, we must use our free will to do so. Right? So we can never deny our own free will. Right? It's self-defeating. Could it be an illusion? Because I have to address this. So Neil deGrasse Tyson, again, I mentioned him on day one. He prefers to believe that there is some other alien intellect that seeded the earth, and they're kind of playing puppet master with us. This is the real theory that this scientist has come up with to avoid the more rational conclusion that God exists, right? Could it be an illusion? I don't think so. I don't think you and I, our decisions are an illusion. As a matter of fact, only in Christianity do our choices have eternal consequences. If you ask the Buddhists about our choices, really, what they'd say is, well, once you die, you just come back again, and you can make all those choices again, and it really wouldn't matter. So the choices really don't matter there. In Islam, God controls every single thought, every single action that we take. And so in Islam, we truly do not have free will, right? Because God is controlling it all. And that's why you find people doing all kinds of horrendous things in the name of Allah, and then say it's Allah's doing. Because they think that Allah is controlling every single move and thought that they have. So I do not think that free will is an illusion, and I think you have to use your free will in order to deny free will. And I'll say this as well. God could have created 4 different types of universes, okay? At least 4, but we'll just stick to 4 right now. He could have not created a universe, okay? That's 1. He could have not created, so we'll just say no universe. He could have not created. He could have created a universe where everyone in that universe chose good. Every single time, every single person in that universe chose good. He could have made a universe where good and evil it's an amoral universe. It's kind of like the universe of those chairs over there. They're just amoral. They're just living, right? They're just, not living, but they're just there, right? So that's the third universe. Or he could have made a universe where people have real choices and real consequences to their moral actions. And that's the type of universe we have. And here's the thing, this is the only type of universe where love is possible. No, love cannot be possible in any other of those universes. You can't force someone to love you. See a couple of couples here that are here today. You could never force your spouse to love you. It's a free choice. God values love so much that he was willing to allow freedom to choose to harm, even, so that we can have the ability to choose to love. Only in the reality of freedom is love possible. If love is possible, then to not love is also possible. And if not loving is possible, then evil, pain, and suffering is surely to follow. If evil, pain, and suffering is surely to follow, then only an eternally loving God would provide eternal salvation for temporary evil, pain, and suffering. And if there is salvation, there must be a Savior, and he's provided the Savior in the person of Jesus Christ. So that's the free will is necessary for love. And God is a God of love, and he allows us free will to experience love with him and love with one another. The ultimate fulfillment of human existence is relationship with God. Relationship with God. And the only way we can have that is if we're freely able to choose it. All right?